G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David and today I am going to do another point of view video of me working on this tree. So you can see my hands behind the camera, so you can see this is how I would go about step by step air layering this branch. Now this tree, I'll just turn it around. I did do a little demo a while ago. I did a video. This is the actual tree in here. It's going to be a nice little tree eventually, but I saved this branch because I didn't want to cut it off. No point having a gin at the back of the tree, so it's a really nice branch to actually do an air layer and have another tree in the future. So the air layer position is pretty obvious. If there's anywhere between there and there, I can put it. So, you know, probably start the roots about that high, make about that much of a gap, and we'll get started on it. Pretty easy, should be straightforward, but this is the first time I'm showing you as I'm right behind the camera. And you can see me step by step. So first things I make sure I always have ready is my sphagnum moss soaking in water. It's in here. And I have a very sharp knife. I just use my grafting knife. Brain just recently sharpened. You can see the nice edge. And some plastic. Just any plastic, it doesn't matter. So I can wrap and make a ball. So this method is making a ball method around the branch. You want to air layer and filling it with sphagnum moss, and that's pretty much it. I don't even use rooting hormone anymore because these things just take so well. Now it is late August in Melbourne, so that's late winter, early spring, and usually it's the best time to do it. Any time from now till end of September is a great time because you've got, I reckon, within 3 months it's full of roots. You got to make sure you got a healthy tree. Now look at the health of this foliage. And I'll just show you. All the tips are nice and healthy. See how there's all nice healthy tips? All really good. Push it back. See the end? See the end on it? I'll probably push it out. There you go. See the end? Nice and healthy. That's what you want to see before you do any air layers. Make sure they're really healthy. So my first thing is finding where I want to put the cut at the top for the root. So where the roots will eventually grow from. Now there's a little bit of a stub there, which is a bit annoying because that's a nice spot. Usually I can leave from about here to, I might do it here. I might do it just below the stub. So with a nice, quite careful of your fingers, I almost go right around and ring bark it just until I get to the hardwood, and you can feel it usually hitting the hardwood. So having a nice sharp knife, this is very easy to go all the way around. This is nice, straightforward. This is a very nice, easy, straightforward air layer. This is not like twists and stuff that's going to be in the way. It's actually really easy. So I've ring barked it all the way around. Now I need to ring bark to make it. I need to ring bark it. So I need at least double the thickness of the trunk. So the trunk's that thick, so that at least till there. So I can almost go right to the joint. There's a joint here, but I'll do it about here. This one I'm not too fussed about. Just want to make sure I cut it off. I just need to make sure I ring bark it all the way around. It doesn't have to be too clean as this one is, as the front one. So make sure you really ring bark it. Now sometimes you can actually get your grafting, gin pliers and squish it. Sometimes I just put another line through this way. It helps me peel it off easier. Line this way. Maybe a line at the top. Sometimes it's just easy to peel off. Let's see if it peels off. It's not too bad. It's almost moving. Like the cambium's almost moving. It's starting to get nice and supple, meaning it's just about to move, so which is great. Any time from now is good to do air layering, really. So now, sometimes I use a knife just to peel off, because that was the joint where it was a bit, where there was a bit of dead wood. So I just have to use my knife just to peel off some of this bark. So make sure you get all the white. See, there's this whitish bit, and then you can see like a orangey bit. So the orangey bit is the hardwood. This white bit is the cambium. So you make sure you get all that off. That's why a sharp knife is really good. You see me just peel that off quite easily. I have to get something to cut that off. It's kind of annoying, this little stub. Let's get through that. We'll have a look when we get to the back. Make sure underneath is done too. So before you do, make sure when you do this task, you're going to really make sure it's all clear of the cambium. So I'm pretty sure I'm done on this side. I just got to go to the other side now. So I just got to be careful not to knock the camera. Now I'll turn it around. I'll go this way. Sure I got that. So the most important is the top cut, because that's where the roots are going to come off. So it's nice and clean, that cut, really clean. It's going to be nice. I mean, as I said, you could put rooting hormone on this top half here, where the roots are going to come, but not necessary. It's not necessary. I used to use it at the start or when I used to do LAs, but now never use it. And I still get 100% success rate. Just coming back to this point, it's much easier to see. See how nice and clean that is. See the gap. It's more than double the thickness of the trunk. And what now means is that I should get roots from here growing into this area. So now my next step is I create a little kind of plastic housing, I guess, for the sphagnum moss. I use any plastic you can get. Usually some sort of packing plastic, you get from packages, just grab that. You can use thicker stuff, but no, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter, as long as you can hold the sphagnum moss. So I kind of just put a little cocoon kind of thing, I guess you can call it. Cocoony kind of wrap it around. So I've got a bit of a cocoon going. Probably can't see. Hang on, I'll move the camera this way. So you can see now, got a bit of a cocoon that you can shove sphagnum moss in. Now I just use some wire, just any cut off wire you might have had lying around, anything, just to tie this bottom down. So just to hold the base. Doesn't matter how you want to do it, as long as it's nice and tight. That's it. So nice and tight there. Now I can easily work with just this bit. And now create a big, so we've got this big nice little area here. Now this is the messy part, where you got to get the sphagnum. It's all wet and gooey. Not gooey, but it's all right. I kind of break it up into smaller chunks. Sorry, you probably can't see that. I'll just break it off into smaller chunks. It's nice and wet. Now I try and squeeze out a lot of the water, not like dry, but they're nice and moist. So just big, huge chunks of it, I just shove in as much as I can, as far as I can in first, really deep. In. Keep going, need more. Make sure you get all around, so all the bottom, the sides, the back, the top. kind of now start to, feel how much more room I've got to make the ball. So I can still put a bit more in, which is good. It's always better to have more than less. That's what I found. The more sphagnum, the better. And it doesn't matter how compact it is, as long as it's in there, doing the job. All right, I think I'm good. So now it's a matter of just trying to combine the two ends, wrap it all around. Oh, and great, you can see the nice big ball in there. Get another bit of wire. Tie the top end. Top end isn't as important as the bottom end, I guess, but you really want a nice, compact, tight, it'll fit. Nice big ball. There you go. Easy. Now, if I had some black plastic, which I don't, I usually wrap this in black plastic, and that's really the job done. So very simple. Now, sometimes I do check this every once in a while to make sure it's still moist. Usually just normal condensation, I guess, or just gets water inside there from condensation, or frosts and stuff like that. Just gets in there, so it's not too bad usually. But I do find once the roots start to grow into this bag, it does dry out. So that's when I sometimes even create a little hole in the top and just put water through it very slowly. You can use a syringe and poke your syringe in there, and also do that job. So yeah, as I said, just black plastic. I can see a bit of plastic over there. I might grab it and show you the last bit. Really, it's just wrapping it around. Now, I guess the theory, or I find it also works more practical too, is black absorbs the sun's heat, so heating up the area nicely, which is good. What that means is heats up the area, heats up the wound, etc., and gives you obviously more root growth. That's the theory, I guess, but I have noticed that when I do cover it, the roots are also protected from direct sun, which is probably more what I think is better used for. So, but being protected from the sun doesn't burn them out and stuff like that. So, and that's really it, guys. Done. Nice air layer, done. Get rid of this plastic bit, ready to go. And then what'll happen is I'll have this gorgeous little tree next year to repot into a bonsai pot. It'll be a nice little mini. You can see the shape, you see how big the trunk is. It's a nice little tree there. And it won't have that terrible, really big branch at the back. It'll be nice and gone and all done. So guys, anyway, there you go. Point of view of me physically doing a air layer. Now it took, what's this video, about 10-15 minutes or so, but that's me talking through it. You can do them probably in about 5 minutes if you're not having to talk to a camera. So that's how quick you can do an air layer. But make sure you have the right material, make sure you have a healthy piece to do it on, and go for it. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and see you next time.